Hey guys, Alex at the Sypnotix. I will be honest with you. It's been a rough time for smartwatch users on Android for a while now, especially if you've been well versed with the Apple Watch. Trust me, I've searched just about every company to find a smartwatch that works with Android to kind of match up with the Apple Watch. It just doesn't exist right now. However, that doesn't mean I can't find a watch out there that can live up to some sort of expectations I have and be satisfied to a certain point. That's where this TicWatch GTH comes in from Mobvoi. This is more of an Amazfit competitor than an Apple Watch rival, and for that reason I find it more beneficial to have this on my wrist when carrying an Android phone over some of its more pricey competitors from bigger name brands. First off, unlike older TicWatches out there in the market, the GTH does not run on Android's Wear OS. This watch also doesn't have a comparable processor like the Qualcomm Wear chips in the more expensive TicWatch Pro lineups. Think of this more as a fitness tracker in the body of a watch. It resembles an Amazfit Bip, which itself takes cues from the Apple Watch, and the aluminium casing around a 1.5-inch colored glass display adds relative class to an otherwise cheap product. We're looking at $79.99 MSRP here. While no one will mistake this for an Apple Watch close up thanks to the dark, thick bezels around the screen, I do think it is a step up over the basic Amazfit Bip and other competitors in that range. For navigating the interface, we have a single push button on the top right side of the casing. This acts as a menu or back to home button. Holding it for a few seconds brings you to the power off menu as well. The touchscreen is as responsive as you'd hope for a sub $100 smartwatch. There's a slight latency discrepancy, but nothing that will drive you crazy. This is offset by the solid transition animations that Mobvoi has implemented onto their OS. I'm extremely happy with the vibrancy of the colors and brightnesses of the GTH. Just take a look at how sharp and colorful the icons are on this watch. This is one of the best sub $100 displays on a smartwatch we have ever reviewed at the Sypnotix. Operating like a modern smartphone will have many users easily adapting seamlessly into this platform. Swiping down will bring the quick settings menu that will allow you to dim the display as well as ping your phone to find the location. Swiping from the time card will bring up the notifications panel. Here we can see all the push notifications we assigned from our smartphone quickly passed onto our wrist. This aspect is the weak point of the GTH and many other watches like it. Notifications cut out after only about roughly 40-something characters. A continuation page is available if the notification requires more, but that only cuts out before the conclusion of the message, significantly quicker than the first page. I'm not sure why they even allowed a second page to begin with if it doesn't actually complete the sentences. What's the point of that? I'm also not a fan of the font Mobvoi chose to use for these notification indications. They're just too wiry to view comfortably for your eyes. I would have preferred using the menu font instead, which is bolder and looks cleaner to legibly read. The GTH feels quite comfortable around my wrist. It isn't too bulky, and the cheaper materials double up for a lighter body weight. It doesn't wear my wrist down when I have it on for double-digit hours during the course of a day, and I do appreciate that even though there is a sacrifice in premium quality, it actually has benefits too. The provided rubber watch band is large enough to be versatile for different wrists. It's a quick release mechanism we're all very acquainted to by now with the advent of smartwatches, and nothing about the design of the GTH will really blow you away, and that's by design. This is an unobtrusive, inoffensive, and unnoteworthy timepiece that blends in with just about any outfit and situation its wearer can find themselves in. Being a modern smartwatch essentially means the device must have health and activity sensors to monitor its users' well-being. This timepiece surprisingly has an abundant amount of sensors packed into it. You can monitor your skin temperature, your heart rate, sleep quality, respiration rate, and even your blood oxygen (SpO2) levels. The latter one is the interesting one to see because as far as I'm aware of, This is the cheapest priced smartwatch with that ability. All the readings are within a reasonable margin of error that matches up to the Apple Watch Series 6 and with the SE for other metrics. I'm quite impressed to see all of these readings accessible at such a small price tag. Of course, I don't use them frequently enough to find it as a viable feature set to be worthy of a price tag or something like that, but I'm sure plenty of people out there would love to have these abilities without buying a Fitbit Versa 2 or like an Apple Watch Series 6. What I'm here for is the battery life. Mobvoi claims about 10 days of battery life, but I've gotten 13 and 16 days off a charge. It doesn't beat some of the other similar style watches in longevity, but about 3 weeks off one charge is plenty enough to keep me happy. This smartwatch has way more versatility than any of those other watches though. Even with the constant 24-hour health monitoring, I'm still getting these competitive endurance numbers. This is a major win for the GTH. When it does need to charge, the included magnetic strip that attaches to the back of the watch definitely could be better. It's easily detached, and it's almost to a fault that it's designed like this. However, it is relatively fast to recharge the 260 mAh battery to full capacity. About 2 hours of charging time will give you almost half a month of battery life. Finally, what pieces this whole experience together is the Mobvoi app that accompanies the watch on your phone. It's a rather plain and outdated app that is sorely in need of a makeover. The Mobvoi app screams Xiaomi more than Apple or Samsung, and that is a major weakness. While I do like that it has a small watch face app store built in, the synchronizing system through Bluetooth is horribly implemented. More often than not, it disconnects the Bluetooth connection while pushing a watch face to the watch. It also does this when the new firmware is ready to update. It's really a crapshoot whether these things work or not from my experience. I genuinely believe that a strong app experience tethers the whole overall smartwatch experience together. In Samsung's case, their cheaper Galaxy Fit bands share the same app as their flagship Galaxy Watch lineups. That makes the experience much smoother for the wearer. Once again, it is not easy being an Android smartwatch user in 2021 if you've tasted the sweet nectar of the Apple on the other side. I will say, however, that while I do miss the Apple Watch on my wrist every single day I'm on an Android phone, about 40% of what I normally use a smartwatch to do can be accomplished with this $80 TicWatch. I'm all for good value, and there is no doubt that the GTH is of tremendous value. This is even more so for people who put a lot more stock in fitness and health than I do. While Garmin and Fitbit will still have their spots in the Android space for this particular type of segment, Mobvoi can really disrupt the market in the near future if they continue to undercut the competition with this terrific value.
So the other day, I was on a Zoom call at work, and I just dropped everything I was saying, and I told them, subscribe.